Welcome back to the channel. We want to start first by thanking you for watching and being interested in healthy recipes and healthy cooking. Today we're going to make a coconut curry Thai soup. So I'll show you the ingredients and then we'll get started. So we're going to start with some fresh ginger and fresh garlic. We'll use some chopped jalapeno, some scallions, and then once we get to cooking it, we'll add some mushrooms and then scallion tops. We'll do some finish with lime. And some of the overall ingredients for flavor, we'll use a Thai curry paste. That's where our curry is going to come from. And then as we saute in the beginning, we'll add a lemongrass. I'm using an oil today because I don't have any fresh lemongrass, but you can always use an oil. And then the broth will be this organic chicken stock. And then what's going to give us our coconut is this organic coconut milk. I have a light one today. And be sure when you're buying your cans that you buy cans that don't have any BPA in the lining. So we'll come back in just a minute and we'll start the saute process. We're ready to get started. So I just have the pan with a little bit of olive oil warming and it's already warmed. So I'm going to go ahead and add in our garlic and our ginger and we'll get that sauteing. That smells wonderful. And then we'll also, for our heat, we'll add our jalapeno pepper. And I like to put the scallions in now. You can play with that. I have more of the scallion heads, the white part of the onion. I'm putting that in first, and then I'll top it later. And the only ingredient I forgot to show you was the cilantro. So when we get to the end, I'll show you how we'll add that in as a topping. So I have a teaspoon of this red curry paste, and I'm going to put that in. And then we'll also add in a little bit of lemon oil. This one's lemongrass, so I'll just put that right into the mix. That smells fabulous. So if you've never experimented with that, you want to make sure you're buying high-grade, food-grade, quality oils. The Young Living oils are the ones that we use. So I'm going to let that saute, and we'll come back together and add our broths. So we've got our red curry paste and ginger and our garlic. I did add a little bit of salt and pepper and our jalapeno, sort of all sauteed in the bottom. They've rendered down a little bit. They're not completely cooked at this point, but that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and add our chicken stock. I happen to have one open from the last show, so I'll use that. Usually these have to be used within 7 days. Depending on how many people you're cooking for, you might need a larger pot. You can always increase the ingredients. You might need more of the chicken broth. But I'm just going to make this for about 4 servings. So I'll put basically about 1 full chicken stock in there, and that's about 32 ounces. And then I've got the organic coconut milk, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in. And that turns out such a lovely color. Remember, there's a lot of valuable coconut still left there. I like to save the lid too because that's where all the sort of cream rises to the top. So we'll grab that off as well. And again, make sure you're looking for the best quality ingredient that you can and processing of the coconut. So I'll stir that in. This is going to go back on the stove in just a minute. We'll just get it all stirred up and then I'm going to go ahead and add in our mushrooms. That's more or less going to be our meat. This will go on and simmer for just about 5 minutes until the mushrooms sort of get integrated in. And then I have a couple of surprises for you that I haven't shown you yet that we're going to add. So we'll be back together in a couple minutes. Welcome back. This is smelling wonderful. So basically we just have our mushrooms that we put in and we had our starter and we've added our liquid. And so a couple of surprises I have for you. You could just finish it off now with a little bit of lime, more salt and pepper, and then your toppings like your cilantro and your scallions. Or, if you like, you can add some rice noodles. And I already have these pre-cooked. They take just about 3 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and add these rice noodles. That'll give us just a little bit of additional texture. And it quote-unquote adds some meat to the soup. Now, if you do eat meat, you could also add chicken or some type of seafood to this if you wanted to. Today, I have a special treat. We have some wild pink Oregon shrimp. This is wild caught. I'm going to go ahead and add that. It's about a cup of shrimp, and I'll put that right in. And we'll put this back on the stove and let this just sort of marry together for a few minutes, and then we're going to come back and finish it off. Boy, this is really the key to cooking healthy and being satisfied. It's all this flavor in here. You can see the red curry paste streaming around. We've got our rice noodles, mushrooms, and the shrimp all come together. So it's time to top it. So you don't have to do this, but I love to add as many greens as I can. So I have scallions. These are just the tops of the green onions. So I've just chopped those and put those in. And then I also did a couple of tablespoons of cilantro. So we'll give you a good screenshot at the end. And you can also top it with just a little bit of lime. I'll just squeeze a little bit of fresh lime right onto the top. I want to thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoy this nutritious soup. Share it with your friends and your family. We'll see you next time.